This video and every other video on this channel is brought to you by our channel members. Join today for early access, bonus content, and more. Hey OS11 Universe, it's Xander and welcome back to WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. Welcome back to Monday Night Raw and welcome arguably the new most hated man in LS11 Universe because friendship is apparently not sacred this season. And hasn't been for some time. The former lunatic of the Shield now turned turncoat once more. Jon Moxley making his way down to the ring. Tonight, he tells us why. Jon Moxley is here. Mox is here. Let's hear what he's got to say. Let's hear if he can even possibly explain himself for what he did to Roman Reigns, and more effectively, how he put out Seth Rollins. So Mox is here on that symbolic fist in the center of what he abandoned. I wasn't doing this again. I promised myself 6 years ago I wasn't doing this again. I told myself I wouldn't just be Seth and Roman's third guy again. Have you ever been stuck in someone's shadow when you know you're better than them? No one would give you the chance to prove it, so you take matters into your own hands. It's what I did 6 years ago when I let my contract expire. Then, for some reason, some ungodly reason, about 6 months ago, my contract was coming up over at AEW. And I hadn't decided what I was going to do next. I talked about potentially retiring. I thought maybe I had checked off all the boxes in my career I wanted to. I've main evented WrestleMania. I've been world champion. I've done this. I've done that. I've done everything. But then Roman and Seth, well, they were persistent. They were really persistent for some reason. So here I am. And I played the Shield Nostalgia Act for a while. I played Good Soldier for a while. I was the third guy in the Shield again for a while. I'm just done. I'm just done. Seth and Roman are two of the worst people you'll ever meet. It's gotta be all about them all the time. You gotta acknowledge Roman. You gotta follow Seth's vision. So I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. I got my own vision. And that vision involves the WWE title. You're not going to see Seth Rollins again. You're not going to see Roman Reigns again. The Shield is dead. And this time I was the one to pull the trigger. I was the one to pull the trigger for good this time. Never again are you going to see me put on that stupid vest. Never again are you going to hear that stupid song. Never again are you going to be told to believe in the Shield or that we are the hounds of justice. John Cena. Whoever still has the WWE title when I get there. You're a marked man. Folks, I want to thank you for joining us for the monthly premiering Raw after a premium live event. This is the last time we're going to get to do one of these for a little while, because our next premium live event isn't for another 6 weeks. That is right. We are now on the road to SummerSlam, folks. It is coming quick in just 6 weeks' time. November 29th and 30th, I believe. Looking over at my production assistant here, they're nodding their head. Yes, November 29th and 30th. They're saying is when SummerSlam will be in just 6 weeks. We have got a huge amount of time coming up here on Raw. We got a huge night ahead of you. We're going to be seeing Sol Ruca and Jordynne Grace in just a moment in time. The Becky Lynch United States Open Challenge returns later tonight. We're going to be hearing from the Scapegoats later tonight. We got a new signing or two to Monday Night Raw that are in the building tonight. Buddy Murphy will face The Miz in Miz's first match on Raw in quite some time tonight. We've got the Lucha Bros in action tonight. We are going to have the Intercontinental Championship rematch between Oba Femi and Axiom here tonight. And in the main event of the show tonight, folks, John Cena has a special celebration, and he has said that he has invited a special guest or two to Monday Night Raw with him tonight for the main event tonight. So, without any further ado, welcome to Monday Night Raw. Welcome to this special premiering episode, and let's get into some singles action. Alright, folks, you heard the man. We are officially on the road to SummerSlam, November 29th and November 30th. Fully prepared for people to be asking me all stream, or all premiere what the date is, even though I've just said it 3 times now. As we are kicking things off with some women's action here tonight on Raw. And out first is one of the fastest rising stars on the Raw roster. Here is Sol Ruca making her way down to the ring. Sol Ruca, the Soul Surfer of Monday Night, came very close 2 nights ago at Clash in Paris to putting down Jordynne Grace in that triple threat matchup, but ultimately came up short. And so tonight she's getting one more match against Jordynne Grace to either win and skyrocket herself into title contention for SummerSlam or go to the back of the line with everybody else. This is a young woman who has had Rhea Ripley's number all season. But now here comes the champion. Big Mama Pump, the Hossette of Monday Night Raw. Here comes. Here comes Juggernaut Jordynne Grace to the ring. So, Jordynne Grace ready for a big matchup here tonight. These people firmly behind Big Mama Pump. Here we go. Jordynne and Sol one more time. They lock up. Sol Ruca, this is her 3rd matchup with Jordynne Grace this season. She's come up short twice already. Once in a fatal 4-way at Backlash, or at Payback rather, and then 2 nights ago. But this is her first actual one-on-one match with the champion. Jordynne Grace swings back around. They were in NXT together around the same time last season as well. Coming up here to Monday Night Raw a few months apart. Jordynne doing so in the Rumble and winning the whole damn thing. Sol Ruca doing so the night after WrestleMania. Jordynne Grace grabs a hold of her now, pops her up into gut check, taking down Sol Ruca. Jordynne Grace getting her back up to her feet now, and Jordynne Grace pulls her in here, has Sol Ruca up on her shoulders. Sol Ruca slides out of it now, and Sol Ruca facebuster to the champion. The women's division is heating up now on Monday Night Raw, especially with the new addition, one of the new signings Big E mentioned in our Big show preview opener there with WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella now being back on the Raw roster as we saw 2 nights ago in Paris. Something that everybody was pretty much unanimously thrilled about, except one person who knows who he is, who was saying things like, oh joy, he knows who he is. He's there. As Jordynne Grace has got Sol Ruca now. Jordynne Grace here grabs a hold of her now. Jordynne Grace grabs the arm, slams down the arm of Sol. Sol getting back to her feet here, flies in with a shoulder block. Big splash across the midsection of Jordynne Grace now, and Sol Ruca grabs a hold of her, pulling her in. Big chops now. Sol Ruca. Kick to the midsection. Hits the ropes. Jordynne gets out of the way. Jordynne Grace grabs a hold of her now, and Jordynne Grace gets her up and hits her with a gut check again. And now Jordynne getting her back up to her feet here. Jordynne Grace. Across the ring into the corner. Big clothesline there. Elbow strike. Grabs her, taking her down now into a double axe handle. Kicks her down now, does Jordynne Grace now. And Jordynne Grace, shoulder block, knocking her down again. So Ruca rolling back to her feet now. Jordynne Grace clotheslines her over the top rope. Back up to her feet now. Jordynne Grace throws Sol Ruca back into the ring. Back up now, Jordynne Grace. Big chop there to Sol Ruca. Counter now, Sol Ruca kicking the midsection. Head first, taking her down there. To her feet now, Jordynne Grace is caught here. Sol Ruca. Run her into the corner now, and Sol Ruca with a forearm. The former NXT Women's Champ coming in like a house of fire now. Is the former TNA Knockouts Champion. And now Sol Ruca goes for a moonsault. Jordynne Grace grabs onto her, and Jordynne Grace with a massive back body drop again. Ruca kicking her in the head now. Big drop kick there. Getting some separation made now is Sol Ruca. Jordynne Grace is down. Both women down. Sol Ruca rolling back up to her feet here. Sol Ruca kicked in the back there by Jordynne Grace. Grace with a right hook now. And Jordynne Grace has all of her big punches to the midsection and the back. Going back and forth here. Jordynne Grace. Oh, what a clothesline. And now she's got Sol Ruca up and down with a power slam. Kick out by Sol Ruca now. Jordynne Grace has got her down here. Jordynne Grace. Sol Ruca kicking the head now. Jordynne Grace. Drop kick there from Sol. Sol Ruca now into standing moonsault. Takes her down. Into the cover here. Sol Ruca. Kick out from Jordynne Grace. Another drop kick there. Taking her down. Jordynne Grace. Hits her with knees into the back. Tries to fly in now. Jordynne Grace has got all of her here. And Jordynne Grace gets Sol Ruca up and down with a knee into the midsection again. Jordynne now getting her back up to her feet here. Jordynne Grace pulls her in. Throwing her off the ropes. Nobody home. Now Sol Ruca getting Jordynne Grace back up to her feet here. Jordynne Grace. Nobody home. Now Sol Ruca. In the corner here. Grabs onto her. Getting her back up on her. On the top rope now. And Jordynne Grace with the shades of Samoa. The Muscle Buster taking her down. Wait a minute. Sol Ruca. No. Jordynne Grace grabs her. Big takedown there. In the corner now. Jordynne Grace with Sol Ruca up on the top rope. Going up now is Jordynne Grace. Has Sol Ruca up. Hanging her up high and high to dry here with a superplex. Stalling superplex there, taking her down. Kicking the head there from Sol Ruca now. And Sol Ruca with Jordynne Grace up and down. Into a cover now. Jordynne Grace for the 1, 2, no. Jordynne Grace now, wait a minute. Sol Ruca dives out onto her, taking her down. Sol Ruka now going up top and win for a 450 on the barricade. Jordynne Grace caught her. Powerbomb. Rolls her through. Knee into the jaw. Taking down Sol Ruka. We're at the count of 3 now. And back into the ring goes Sol Ruka. Jordynne Grace getting her back up to her feet. Goes for a big shot there. Sol with a drop kick. Both women down again. And now Sol Ruka goes in. Jordynne Grace knees into the back of Sol. Pulling her in. And here we go with the big clotheslines again. And one more for good measure. Jordynne's got her down now. Jordynne Grace grabs onto her. Sol Ruka kicking Jordynne Grace in the head again. Goes for a super kick. Jordynne Grace. Big spinning wheel kick there from Sol Ruka. Jordynne Grace staggering. Wait a minute. Soul Snatcher. Sol Ruka to pin the Women's World Champ. 2. No! A near fall there. Jordynne Grace taking her down. Kip up now. Jordynne Grace has got her. Grabs a hold of her though. Kicking the head there. Sol Ruka. Let's swing around. Jordynne Grace catching her now. And Jordynne Grace has her up. Spinning Falcon Arrow. Hooks the leg now on Sol Ruka for the 1. For the 2. No! Sol Ruka pulling herself back up on the apron now, and Jordynne Grace countered. Sol Ruka. No, Jordynne Grace out of the way now, and Jordynne Grace catches her up on her shoulders in the torture rack position. And the torture rack bomb. Cover now by Jordynne Grace for the 1, for the 2, 3. Just like that. Jordynne Grace with the win. Just like that, Jordynne Grace managing to overcome Sol Ruka here tonight. Massive, massive win there. The Juggernaut, Jordynne Grace. Hell of a win there. Nothing but respect between these two women as well. The undisputed future of the LS11 women's division are these two. Well, hold on. Wait, hang on a minute. Been a little while since something like this happened. That's Kiana James from NXT. Kiana James is here on Raw. What's she doing here? Is this one of the new signings Big E was talking about? Last time we saw her, she was in NXT managing Bozilla, who's noticeably not here right now. So Kiana James stepping into the ring.
Apologies for the interruption, Jordan. I just wanted to introduce myself to you and to everyone else here on Monday Night Raw. My name is Kiana James, and I am WWE's resident talent and business mogul of sorts. See, I'm always looking for good investments here in WWE. And I thought I had one at one point, but seemingly I was mistaken. But now I have negotiated my way onto Monday Night Raw. And I thought, well, I should go straight for the top. I'm looking for a client here on Raw, Jordynne Grace, and I think you, of all people, would value from my expertise, value from my knowledge that I can give, from my connections that I have. So, you don't have to answer right now, but my people will give you my card, and you can join me as my star client. And if you don't, well then, Jordynne Grace, I guarantee I am going to find a client, and the minute you finally lose that women's world title, it will be because of me. I'll be seeing you around. Think about my offer.
Ron, you get the same text from John I did? Yeah, man, I saw. He told us not to get involved in his, big celebration tonight. Told us to go make a name for ourselves. Yeah, you saw that too. He doesn't want us at the celebration. I'm his best broski, and you're his best friend. Yeah, man, it's really weird, isn't it? Yeah, what does he think we're some kind of idiots? Nah, it couldn't be that. No, right. He wants to stand on our own 2 feet. Right, and I thought you had a tag team partner that wasn't me. He couldn't pull his weight, so I upgraded. Sure, man, for sure. So what are you thinking? Well, look, the Lucha Bros are in action a little later tonight. I think my idea is we challenge them when we call them out for the World Tag Team titles. What about you? Well, I was thinking arson, but your idea might work too. You know, I think I relate to Cardona a little bit. I also have a self-proclaimed best friend on another show who would suggest arson instead of doing something else. And you'll get to see me and him together on the show on Thursday. Be sure to tune into the live stream this week. You guys are booking TNA this week. You guys are taking over the pen for me. You're getting to book the matches. I get to do the results, but you guys get to book the matches. But folks, it is time for the Becky Lynch U.S. Open Challenge here on Raw. Been a little while since we've had this. Been just a little bit since we've had this from Becky Lynch, but the man makes her way down to the ring nonetheless. Who is accepting tonight? We've seen various names accept over the last several months since she won that championship. So send for the man. She arrives. Who is accepting the challenge tonight? Oh, all right, here we go. It's one of the young up-and-comers of the Raw Women's Division, Ren Sinclair. Ren Sinclair making her way down to the ring. Last time we saw Ren was last week on Raw. She got a shot at the Women's Tag Team Champions, teaming up with Maxine, or rather teaming up with Thea Hale. Coming up short on that night. But now tonight, Ren Sinclair looks to pull off a huge upset and become the Women's United States Champion. So without further ado, Becky Lynch and Ren Sinclair for the WWE Women's United States Championship. Let's do this. Ren Sinclair firing away at her here, grabs her forearm strike, taking her down. Rolling her over with a kick now, and now Sinclair falling back on the jaw of Becky Lynch now. Ren Sinclair with Becky Lynch. Trying to choke her out early on here. Becky getting out of it now, and Becky Lynch grabs onto her. Becky now has a hold of her by the head here, and Becky Lynch has Sinclair now. Ren Sinclair with the man. Swinging her around now. Drop toe hold, taking her down. Jawbreaker now. Sinclair knocking her down here. Ren grabs Becky now, takes out the arm. Ren Sinclair. Get back up to her feet now. Becky Lynch staggering back to her feet. And now Ren pulling her back in. Locked back up now, and Ren. No, Becky countering. Sinclair with Becky Lynch now. Ren caught by the arm, rolls through. Kips back up. Ren Sinclair. Becky Lynch counters now, and Becky Lynch taking her back now. Has the arm. Ren Ren Sinclair's got the arm of Becky now. Ren swinging back around here. Has the champion by the head. And pushing her off the ropes here. Ducks her. And power slam, taking her down. Becky now running the ropes. And leg drop, takes her down. Hits the ropes again into another one. Getting Ren back to her feet now. Becky Lynch firing away at her here. Becky Lynch punching her in the midsection now. Ren Sinclair. Whoa, crucifix takedown. Ren Sinclair, here we go. What a kick into the back of Becky Lynch. Rolling the champion over now. Sinclair to become Women's United States Champ. 2-0. And now Ren going up to the top rope. Ren Sinclair looking for. Went for a big drop, or went for a big splash. Becky countering. Becky Lynch grabs a hold of her now, and Becky Lynch with Ren taking her down into disarm her. Disarm her, locked in on Sinclair. Becky Lynch has it locked in now. Ren Sinclair in some trouble. Is Becky going to be able to force the submission here? Wrenching back on Ren's arm is Becky. Ren Sinclair trying to stay alive, though. Sinclair slides out of it, pushing her away. Into a big clothesline. Going up top now is Sinclair. Ren Sinclair went for the big splash. Becky out of the way that time. Becky Lynch grabs her into manhandle slam. Better luck next time, Ren. Thanks for coming, kid. Becky Lynch with the retention. Just like that, send for the man. She returns to Raw, and she knocks off Ren Sinclair. Fairly quick action for Becky tonight. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Well, it seems we're getting a little bit more gold on display here tonight. Because, folks, it's the Women's Tag Team Champions. Timothy Stratton and Blake Monroe. Glitz and Glamour are here. What are they doing out here tonight? Stratton and Monroe making their way down to the ring. They're confronting the Women's U.S. Champ, it would seem. You would have thought they would have accepted the U.S. Open Challenge if that was the case, though. So, Tiffy and Blake, T&B, coming down to the ring. Becky's not left either.
Hi, Becky. So good to see you. You know, me and Blake, we were talking, and she was helping me because I was low-key kind of crashing out about the fact that, you know, I got rid of Nikki Bella last year, or 2 years ago now, during the whole Diva Killer run, and, you know, I took her out. I beat all the other former Divas champions, and now she's back, and I hear other people, might be coming back, and just, whatever, it's fine. But, you know, we were talking, and we were thinking about how I'm a former women's world champion, Blake is a future women's world champion, but as much as we totally love being the women's tag team champions, we wanted to let you know that we both really have aspirations for that women's U.S. title. You know, I was screwed out of it. Actually, I was supposed to be in the first ever women's U.S. title match last year, and then Liv did what she did, and, you know, it's neither here nor there. But we're just here to kind of tell you, count your days, because T&B, we're going to be your next Women's United States champions. And that gold, it's going to look so good around both our waists. Toodles.
Right. Things may not have been going my way as of late, have they? Rightfully so, it pisses me off to see guys like Austin Theory, who have been trying to stop at each and every turn, getting the main event shows against people like John Cena, when I'm not even on the card at Clash in Paris. But then, look at all the other champions around here. Now you got my Intercontinental title being held by a guy like Oba Femi. He's big and he's dominant, but he's not me. You look around, you got tag champions like the Lucha Bros. And why is it that everyone's so afraid when it comes to talking about the European title to actually say his name? Because the thing with Joe Hendry...
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
What the... How did you... Bronson! I can tell you are in a bit of a need of some motivation. You're a big guy. You got a lot going for you. You're impressive. Bronson. You got a lot going for you. You really do. But clearly, you just need a positive mental attitude. One day you can be a champion again. You just have to believe in yourself. That being said, it's not going to be the European title anytime soon. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. The Scapegoats, well, there's two members of the Scapegoats. Alright, look, this show's not going on any longer. We gotta talk. Nathan, Liv, and Raquel aren't here tonight, so the two of us have got things to say. We're still alright, man. We got a lot of things to say here to Jack and I. We got a lot of we gotta say out here, fella. You know what we're saying. Alright, Jack, or JD, I think you should let me do the talking. Oh, that's true, but other people like when I'm talking. I've got a lot to say about your styles that we're going to go out to. We're going to do trio styles. You never know. Look, alright, so Nathan's got the Ring of Honor TV title. Raquel is getting a qualifier for the Ring of Honor Women's Television title. Liv is challenging for the Women's title in Ring of Honor this weekend. And then there's the two of us. We got nothing going for us. So you know what? JD McDonough and I are officially going to throw our names in the ring. And here's what we're going to do. The two of us are officially announcing tonight that we are making a play when the show begins to air. The two of us will be coming for the AAA Tag Team Championships. And when Nathan gets back, the three of us will be coming for the new trios. Oh boy. Uncle Howdy! And Eric Rowan! Two members of the Willetts. Two of the Willetts going after Jack Perry and JD McDonough. And remember, Jack himself said Nathan Frazier is not here tonight. The Scapegoats have no backup. And the Willetts. The Willetts just laying them out.
Well, Thea, you've got my card now, and so if you ever decide that you want to be a real world champion around here and ditch the cue ball and the himbo, you know where to find me. I think with my help, even you could beat Jordan Grace.
Alright, well, Kiana James is very quickly trying to sow seemingly as much dissent as humanly possible around here on Monday Night Raw now that she's here. But it is time for some singles action up next here on the show, as here comes Buddy Murphy and the rest of Judgment Day to the ring. Danhausen got Buddy put in this matchup last week. Buddy had no idea about it until this morning, by the way, because nobody bothered to tell him, including Danhausen, in case you were wondering. All that being said, here come the Judgment Day to the ring. Rhea Ripley, Danhausen, and Buddy Murphy ready for action tonight. So, Buddy Murphy in some singles action. Buddy is taking on the returning Miz to the Raw roster, as we heard from Big E. Miz is now officially back from his sabbatical that he took of sorts to TNA. Here he is. The Miz is in the house. Miz and Buddy one-on-one here in our next matchup of the night. So, let's do this. Miz and Buddy one-on-one. Here we go. Buddy Murphy out of the gate with a clothesline. Into another one, Miz goes down. Buddy, something is seemingly snapped within him a little bit here. As he grabs Miz and dishes out another knee strike. Buddy Murphy just wasting absolutely no time. It's also weird to see Miz all alone after he had Omasa Kano and Miz row with him, but we know Omasa Kano has gone off to AAA where he's going to be in action soon. First AAA episode is coming very soon. Ray and I are working behind the scenes on that. Just been a bit of a schedule conflict with him and I to actually sit down and script stuff out as of late. Just due to us living very opposite lives in terms of scheduling. As Buddy is kicking away at the Miz here, taking him down. Miz back to his feet, goes for him. Buddy countering. Buddy's got him though, and Buddy going to the leg now. As Murphy taking him down now. Buddy Murphy kicks him down. And Buddy has got Miz here, and Buddy looks right over at Rhea as he picks up Miz and locks him in the prison trap. Shades of his dearly beloved. Is Buddy going to tap Miz out here with Rhea's signature submission move here? He's got it locked in, and he is cranking it in on Miz here, trying to force Mike to submit. We're tight like that. I can call him Mike. He said he hates it, so that tells me that I have full permission to do it because it pisses him off. As Buddy is just really wrenching that thing in on him, trying to force the submission here. Let's go of him, though. Kicking away at the midsection now, and Buddy Murphy with a punch into the head. Murphy just taking out Miz right now. Buddy Murphy now getting him back up to his feet here. Chopping away at Miz now. Murphy. Big chop again. Knocks him into the ropes here, and Buddy Murphy sending Miz off the ropes. Goes for a chop. Miz countering now. Miz goes for a kick. Buddy countering. Buddy. B-trigger. Pulls him in and hits him with a second. And Danhausen and Rhea watching on in pure joy of this. As Buddy, now he's going to look for Murphy's Law. Into the cover on the Miz. 2, 3. Just like that, Buddy Murphy picking up the win. Murphy getting the win over the Miz tonight. Putting him down with just a series of B-triggers. Buddy wasted no time, like I said. He was just on a warpath in this one. Beating the hell out of the Miz. Buddy Murphy with the win. The Judgment Day standing tall. Look, you've been important to this championship reign, and I've helped you out a lot on your home turf. I've got those idiots being taken care of tonight. They're going to stay busy. They still think that I value them. They're going to stay out of the way. You help me with my Austin Theory problem, and I give you my celebration as your platform tonight for your big reveal. Oh, that's concerning. Oh, that's very concerning. We We know whose boots those are, don't we? But folks, it is some tag team action coming up. As here come the Alpha Academy to the ring. Akira Tozawa and Otis making their way down to the ring. A big matchup tonight as they are getting a chance to go head-to-head with the champions. They're going to face the World Tag Team Champions. So, Otis and Tozawa have made their way to the ring, and they are taking on the World Tag Team Champions, Rey Fénix, Penta, El Zero Miedo, the Lucha Bros. So, the Lucha Bros and the Alpha Academy, let's do this. Otis and Penta starting us out. Here we go. Otis knocking it back now. Otis immediately into a cover now, trying to take him down here. Cover, Otis. Penta countering though. Penta. No, Otis. No, Penta. No, Otis. No, Penta. Kicks out. Penta goes for a super kick. Otis counters. Penta. Knocked back now. Otis pulls him in. Overhead. Belly to belly. Taking him down. Otis kicking him down now. And Otis goes for the headbutt. Penta out of the way. And now Penta. Kick to the midsection. Otis gets knocked back. Penta's caught. Otis goes into the corner now. And Otis going into the corner here. Otis. No! Kicked in the head. Penta. Super kick. Putting a boot to him now is Penta. He's got Otis. Back up to his feet now, and Otis. Big spinning wheel kick there. Penta goes in. Otis counters. Otis taking out the legs. Otis has got Penta now, and Otis. Stomp to the midsection, taking him down. Grabs a hold of him, though. Penta, though, counters. Jawbreaker to Otis now, and Penta taking out Tozawa. Oh, and dives out onto him. And now Penta has Otis for Mexican Destroyer to the big man. Into the cover now. Otis is down. Penta cover on Otis for the 1, for the 2. No. Tag made. In comes Rey Fénix. Fénix getting him back up to his feet now. And Rey Fénix overhand chop. No. Otis slapping him in the face. Now Otis grabs him, tags in Akira Tozawa. And the Alpha Academy now. Double shoulder block to Rey Fénix. Fénix down now. Tozawa. Big elbow there to Fénix. Fénix there. A big kick now into. Takedown. Follows it up. Drop kick. Rey Fénix kick to the midsection here. Rey Fénix hits the ropes and big kick attempt there. No. No. Got him. Tozawa kept trying to get out of the way, but Rey Fénix was ready. Whoa, and Tozawa falls over, avoiding the super kick on that one. Phoenix now getting him back up to his feet here, and Rey Fenix with Tozawa. Into the corner now. Tag made. Penta's got him now. Penta and Phoenix. There we go. A big Vader bomb there from Phoenix. And stomp from Penta. Otis fighting back against Penta now. Penta wiping out the big man. Phoenix taken out. Taken out by Tozawa. But Penta with the Penta driver to Tozawa. 1, 2, 3. The Lucha Bros with the win. The Lucha Bros knocking off the Alpha Academy here tonight in fairly quick fashion. Phoenix and Penta with the win. Oh my god! Cardona and Killings! Matt Cardona and Ron Killings laying out the Lucha Bros. Just like they said they would. Cardona and Killings laying them out.
It is so great to be back here in the WWE and part of the Monday Night Raw roster again. And it was so great to get such a warm welcome from all of you a couple of nights ago in Paris. And even more so, it was an absolute honor to get to team up with this young woman here who I know is going to cash in that briefcase any day now and become the Women's World Champion. I've still got a lot left in the tank. It has been almost 10 years since I was last a champion. And I gotta tell you, I know this is probably my final run before I really and truly finally retire once and for all. But we're gonna have some fun with it. And I'm gonna remind the world that I am fearless. There's a lot more championships around here than I never got to hold last time I was in WWE. The women's tag team titles that my sister and I never got the chance to hold, that maybe Lola and I should come after. We're already undefeated as a tag team. There's the Women's United States Championship, held by a future first ballot Hall of Famer like Becky Lynch. And then, something about that Women's World title really speaks to me, and something about locking up with Jordynne Grace down the road really speaks to me. But that being said, I also know there's one young woman around here very unhappy that I'm back. So maybe, just maybe, it's time for Raw to run on Fearless time.
All right, folks. Well, coming up next. Well, actually, this wasn't scheduled tonight. The Forsaken are here. They weren't supposed to be on the show tonight, actually. But we aren't going to be seeing them again until tomorrow on NXT. Nonetheless, here they are. Jimmy Uso, Journey Fatu, the Evolved Champion, and Solo Sikoa making their way down to the ring. Forsaken is here. So, Jimmy, Solo, and Journey making their way down to the ring. Let's do this. Let's hear from the Forsaken, I suppose. What does Jimmy have to say tonight? Alright, you know what? All y'all here on Raw are about to learn tonight. Saturday night was a fluke. NXT Heatwave was a fluke. Things just ain't been going our way lately, but that changes tonight. Alright? That changes in 2 weeks at the Great American Bash when Journey wins the NXT Championship and gives it back to me where it belongs. And all of our luck turns around tonight. Because I feel sorry for the next sorry son of a bitch that walks through these curtains and throws down with the real tribal chief. I'm talking about him, Jim Uso. So whatever dumb son of a bitch wants a shot, come take it. Oh yeah! Haven't seen him since his last man standing match a few months ago. Or a little over a month ago now. But the megastar, back again. LA Knight is back. The former WWE champ is here. LA Knight taking on Jimmy Uso here tonight. LA Knight doesn't even need a word. Coming out of the gate with a clothesline. Telling Jimmy to bring it on. Jimmy Uso chopping him down. Hits him with a big jumping neck breaker now. Grabs a hold of him. Throwing him across the ring now. Here we go. LA Knight clothesline to Jimmy Uso. The people rallying behind him already. Knight is stalking him here. LA Knight swings him around. Knee into the face. Clothesline taking him down. Forearm there from Jimmy now. Jimmy Uso. No, LA Knight. The clothesline now, and LA Knight. Hold on. Megastar. Elbow. Megastar's elbow to Jimmy Uso. LA Knight throwing Jim across the ring now. Jimmy Uso thrown in the corner. LA Knight, big uppercut there. And the people are thrilled to see him back. Jimmy Uso feels like he's getting caught off guard right now with how easily LA Knight is taking him down. And now LA Knight gets caught. Forearm from Jimmy. Jimmy Uso now grabs a hold of him. Swings him around. Throws him off the ropes. Goes for the elbow. Super kick. Follows up with the second one to the back of the head. Into the cover now on LA Knight. Jimmy Uso's got him down. Kick out from Knight. And now Jimmy Spear. Jimmy Uso, the spear at LA Knight for the 1-2. No. Now Jimmy Uso coming off the ropes. Goes for the kick. LA Knight grabs him from behind. BFT. Into the cover, LA Knight for the 1, 2, 3. Just like that, LA Knight putting down Jimmy Uso. A hell of a win there. LA Knight making his return. LA Knight scoring the win tonight. So, we got more coming up next here on Raw. Solo and Journey coming back in the ring, I guess to help Jimmy back up. Oh my god, wait a minute! Solo just spiked Jimmy! And the Forsaken leaving Jimmy behind! You know, so many people around here have called the last few months a season from hell. Nobody's loyalties are guaranteed anymore. As we see, not even the strongest ties of family guarantee safety anymore. Nobody is safe, not even the strongest warriors. There is a warrior here that calls himself the strongest, that fancies himself a warrior, the best of the best. A man who truly believes that he is one of the greats. The warrior who can't achieve his one simple goal to prove to himself that he is the best. The warrior who takes it upon himself, who takes the responsibility and the burden to try and save his friends, to try and stop the evil. This warrior can rest soon, because I will ensure that he fades to black, like all the others, like him. Alright folks, well, it is our final matchup of the evening. It is set for one fall, and it is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. As looking to win the championship back, become a two-time champion here tonight. It is the golden one of Raw, Monday Night Raw's real-life superhero, Axiom, making his way down to the ring. Axiom is here, and Axiom lost the title 48 hours ago at Clash in Paris, and now tonight he looks to win it back. Looks to overcome the odds as he's done many a times in the past. It almost feels strange seeing him without the Intercontinental title around his waist now. Even though it wasn't the longest reign with it by a long shot, it was still an impressive reign that he had with that championship. As here comes the champion. There he is, the new Intercontinental Champion, the ruler, Oba Femi. Look at that sight. The Intercontinental title around his waist. It just looks and feels right. New champ, ready for his first defense. So, Oba has made his way down to the ring. Axiom looking to win the gold back after an unfortunate loss for it just a few nights ago. Oba Femi, former NXT North American champion as well, former NXT Tag Team champion as well, but now the new Intercontinental Champion. So, IC title on the line. Let's do this. Axiom and Oba Femi, round 2. And we know who said he's coming for the winner. Fight! As Oba Femi now coming out of the gate. As he grabs Axiom now, and Oba Femi stomps him in the midsection. Axiom's starting to get back up to his feet now. Oba goes for the big clothesline. Axiom's got him now, and Axiom slamming him down by the leg. Oba getting back to his feet now. Oba, no. Axiom, big knee strike there, and he busted him open again. He drew blood from Oba just 48 hours ago, and that wasn't enough to get Oba reeling as he hits it with that big knee strike again. Axiom, a kick into the head now, and Axiom, springboard, goes for a crossbody. Oba Femi hitting the deck, but Axiom now course correcting into massive dive to the champion. Axiom goes for a leg drop now. Oba Femi out of the way. Oba Femi's got all of him, and Oba Femi grabs Axiom and launching him into the steps. Back into the ring now, going Axiom here. Oba Femi getting him back up to his feet now, and Oba, big clothesline there, taking him down. Axiom countering now. Axiom, big kick into the head of Oba. Axiom, he's got him down. Axiom goes for the crossbody. Oba out of the way now, and Oba grabs him by the legs and slams him down. Grabbing a hold of him now, grabs him by the throat, and Oba Femi launching Axiom into the corner. Axiom grabs onto him now. Oba Femi swung around, forearm from Axiom. Axiom kicking away at him now. Oba Femi coming back in though. No, Axiom grabs onto him into Spanish Fly. Going to the top rope now, and Axiom, the big frog splash bouncing off of him now. He's got him down now, and Axiom backing up into, here we go, golden ratio, nobody home. And now Oba goes for him, countered by Axiom. Axiom goes for the super kick. Oba Femi clotheslines him. And now Oba, he's got him up. He's got him down. Choke slams the holy hell out of Axiom. Back up to his feet now, and Oba Femi clothesline to Axiom. Axiom now pops up into a drop kick. Oba Femi going down now, and Axiom super kick to Oba. Goes down now, Axiom to the top again. Axiom goes for the stomp. Rolls right into, well, I thought he was about to roll right into a fall from grace. Nobody home though. Axiom, big knee strike there, taking him down. Axiom running in. Now he's up. Fall from grace. 1, 2, kick out from the former champion. Oba now picking him back up again here, and Oba Femi countered there. Axiom goes for golden ratio. Oba taking him down. Oba now with Axiom into the corner. Puts him up on the top here, and Oba Femi has him up, powering him up overhead, and drops him in the center of the ring. Oba Femi now, overhand chop here. Axiom trying to trade strikes with a man twice his size. And Oba Femi now throws another chop. Axiom though, back and forth they're going here. Oba Femi with the uppercut. And now Oba with the big clothesline. putting the boot to him now and stomping Axiom. Oba Femi. Swinging Axiom around now. He's got him up. He's got him down. And fall from grace. And one more, just for good measure. 3 fall from graces, 3 count. Oba Femi with the win. Axiom tried his damnedest, but Oba Femi gets the win. Just like that. The Intercontinental Champ retains once again. Oba Femi keeping that championship. I think it's going to be a while before we see anyone able to take it from him. This man is not only the ruler, conqueror of Monday Night Raw. Oba Femi with the win. What a win it was. Whoa, wait a minute. There he is. Remember, Johnny Gargano told Axiom last week he was coming for the winner of Axiom and Oba. Oba Femi, you and me. SummerSlam. I will finish what Tommaso should have 48 hours ago. Gentlemen, what can I do for you? Well, hey, we wanted to have a talk about the tag team titles. Right. What my brother and I are trying to say is, we lost the tag team titles fair and square. We got our rematch fair and square, but now that the Lucha Bros have got them, we're the only team around here that's ever beat the Lucha Bros. Yeah, and what we're saying is, I think it's time we run back WrestleMania. It's certainly a tempting offer. Give me some time and I'll think about it. All right. We'll see how patient we can be. All right, folks. It is the final thing of the night, the main event of the night. It is the WWE Champion, John Cena. Cena with the WWE title. Why isn't he using the DLC entrances? I'm not paying $15, especially to get one of the people that's in that pack. I refuse. I never buy the bonus $15 DLC every year. It's a waste of money. Don't waste your money on it. Tells 2K it's okay to keep doing it. John Cena. It looked like it was all over 48 hours ago. It looked like Austin Theory had him beat, and then Cena channeled his inner Bray Wyatt. Because he knew that unlike himself, unlike this version of John Cena, he knew Austin Theory would hesitate and would refuse to do the wrong thing. Cena hit Theory with a low blow, a pair of attitude adjustments, and escaped Clash in Paris as the WWE Champion. So let's hear from Cena. When I told you that I did not believe in Austin Theory and I did not believe that he bought into himself, I knew I was going to be proven right. I was just unaware of how right I was going to be proven. I was unaware that he was going to hesitate that poorly. I was unaware that he was going to choke that badly. If you want to be the face of a company, then you don't do that. You don't hesitate when the moment is yours to seize. But tonight, it's week 16. Week 16. 38 weeks left of season 7. 38 weeks until I retire. The John Cena World Tour continues. This weekend I go to Texas and I have one final match with Edge. This weekend I go to Texas and I have one final battle with my greatest rival of all time. And I do it on enemy lines. It will be the first time in the history of professional wrestling that John Cena wrestles on another company's pay-per-view event. Then what? Maybe I'll go to TNA. Here there's another guy that fancies himself a face that runs the place around there, a face of a brand. A little bit full of himself. Calls himself a king. Maybe I'll take him down. Here there's a guy that thinks he's a robot. Maybe I'll take him down. Maybe I'll go run into my old buddy Chris Jericho. Maybe I'll hit the Indies. Maybe I'll take a trip to Los Angeles. Maybe I'll go to my broski Matt Cardona's stomping grounds of GCW. I got every option in the world I want. I'm John fucking Cena. I do whatever I want. Who's gonna stop me? I built this industry. I carried it on my back for the last 25 years. Now what? Now, John! How dare you? How dare you? You preach hustle, loyalty, and respect, but all I saw was cowardice. All I saw was fear, and all I saw was disrespect. All I saw was a cowardly old man who knew he was seconds away from losing, so he did what he had to and cheated. Austin, if you're here for a rematch, my answer is simply no. But you know what? Say hello to my friend Jay White. Oh, son of a bitch. I had a feeling. I think most of us had the feeling, but none of us wanted to believe it. Hell freezes over because, folks, for the first time in history, the AEW champion is on Monday Night Raw. Switchblade is in the house. Jay White is here. Jay White is here. We've seen him and Cena getting all buddy-buddy for the last several months. And now he's here on Raw. Hello there, Austin. Good to finally meet you. I know exactly who you are. Got a bit of a temper on you, don't you, kiddo? Look. John asked me for a favor, and when the goat asks you for a favor, you return it. I wouldn't be taking any swings on me tonight, though. Yeah, why not? It's quite simple, Austin. When you're the leader of Bullet Club, you never come alone. Yeah, who'd you bring? The Good Brothers? Wardlow, Kenny, Zack Sabre Jr., Taiji Shimori, B. Priestley? What, Finn Juice? None of them. The War Dogs? Not even them. Although props, you named every member of Bullet Club that you knew of. that all these people knew of. But everyone remembers when I said we had sleeper agents. And some were even smart enough to know that I was talking about a few original members of Bullet Club. Oh my god. Austin! You know Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, right? The Gorillas of Destiny? You know, I kind of had a feeling that John was going to pull something. And originally, I had this call ready because I had a feeling it was going to be Truth and Cardona. But I got backup of my own. Well, hang on. Austin does have backup in the form of the Judgment Day. Huh. Well, how about that, Danhausen? I thought I ran you off. Not so fast, Butterknife Jay White. Oh, I'll give you that one. That was pretty good. You still want to do this? Actually, yes, I very much do. Do you really think the Gorillas were the only ones? What? You know, I had enough. What? I had enough. I had enough of you. Enough of everyone saying, buddy, you're going to be in Seth's shadow the rest of your life. Buddy, you're just always in someone's shadow. You're always playing second banana to someone around here. You're always just someone's lackey. You're never a leader. You're always the sidekick, and then I got a sidekick of my own. And each and every week, he found a new way to piss me off. Changing the name of my team. Getting in my way. Getting me put into fights I couldn't win. Because it was 5-on-1. What are you saying, Mr. Ridley? It's Buddy! Bloody! Murphy! And so, eventually, someone offered to make me a leader. Oh my god! And Austin Theory. What the hell? Why don't you go get our old pal Austin? And oh my god, Buddy Murphy, what the hell? Buddy Murphy! And in the ring, Jay White's beating the hell out of Danhausen. Now then, why don't you all say hello to the 4 newest members of Bullet Club? The Bullet Mummy, Rhea Ripley. The Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. And the leader of Bullet Club WWE, the leader of the Bullet Club Gorillas, Buddy Murphy, the Silver Bullet. Buddy, I'll see you on Wednesday. Bullet Club Leaders Meeting. Oh my god. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa are back, and Buddy Murphy and Rhea Rip. Bullet Club's made it to WWE. I've been Xander. And that was Universe. Special thanks to $10 above Patreon backers JJ Gyllenhaal, Tech Nizzle, Harry Willetts, and Jeremy Burton. Patreon is the best way to support me directly, and joining you get LS11 member Nitro, Let's Play content, early access to Sanctuary videos, and more.